Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to my presentation. Myself Sifatur Rahman Imran ID 2411543. My presentation topic is LL1 grammar analysis using fast, follow and LL1 parsing table. I will explain one of the example of my assignment and demonstrate the step-by-step construction of fast, follow and parsing table. So let's start. Here is the productions where non-terminals are S, A, B, C, D, and E. Terminals are plus star A, B, C, D. Start symbol is S. Now that we have the grammar structure, we can begin with the first step of LL1 construction, which is calculating first sets. First set concept. The first set of a symbol represents the terminal that can appear as first symbol in any string derived from that symbol. In simple words, first tells us which terminal can appear first. When a terminal starts producing a string, before calculating first set, we must remember some important rules or concepts. Rule 1. If x derives terminal, then first of x contains that terminal. Rule 2. If x derives yz, then we add first of y to first of x. Rule 3. If y can produce epsilon, then we must also check the next symbol z. Rule 4. If x derives epsilon, then epsilon is included in first of x. Now let us begin calculating first step by step, starting from the symbol s. First of s, the production for s are s derives ab or s derives dsc. We start with the first production s derives ab. The first symbol here is a, so we need first of a. First of a comes from the production a derives plus c or epsilon. Therefore, first of a is plus and epsilon. Since a can produce epsilon, it means a must disappear during derivation. So we must also check the next symbol in the production AB, which is B. Now we calculate first of B. B derives A, D or BE. So first of B is A, B. Now combining the results for production AB, we obtain plus A and B. Now let us move to the second production of S. S derives DSC. The production starts with terminal D. Therefore, we add D to first of S. Combining both production, we obtain first of S is plus terminal A, terminal B, terminal D. Now that we have completed first S, let us continue with the non-terminal A. The productions are A derives plus C and A derives epsilon. The first production begins with terminal plus, so that we add plus to first of A. Second production produces epsilon directly. Therefore, A is equal to plus and epsilon. Now let us move to the next non-terminal B. First of B is the production where B derives AD or B derives BE. The first production begins with terminal A. The second production begins with terminal B. So the possible first terminals are first B is A and B. So we calculate first of C. The production are C derives star A and C derives epsilon. The first production begins with terminal star. The second production produces epsilon. Therefore, first of C is star and epsilon. Now we move to non-terminal D. D derives plus E, D or D derives epsilon. The first production begins with terminal plus. The second production produces epsilon. So first of D is plus and epsilon. Finally, we calculate first of E. The productions are E derives star D A, E derives epsilon. The first production begins with terminal star. The second production produces epsilon. Therefore, first of E is star and epsilon. Now we have completed the first set of calculation for all non-terminals. And finally we have First of S is plus terminal A, terminal B, and terminal D. First of A is plus and epsilon. First of B is terminal A and terminal B. First of C is star and epsilon. First of D is plus and epsilon. First of E is star and epsilon. After finishing first steps, we now move to the second major step of LL1, that is follow. So let's start. Follow set concept. The follow set of a non-terminal represents the terminal that can appear immediately after that non-terminal in some derivation. Follow sets are very important when production produces epsilon because they help determine where epsilon productions should be placed in the parsing table. The rules of follow calculation are place $sign in follow of the start symbol, search every production for the non-terminal. If a terminal follows it, at the terminal. If a non-terminal follows it at its first set, don't include epsilon if first contain epsilon at follow of the left hand side. If the symbol appears at the end of production, add follows of left hand side. Now let's calculate the follow of S. S is the start symbol. By the rule, the start symbol always contains the in maker $sign. Therefore, follow of S is $sign. Now we examine production where S appears. S derives DSC. Here S is followed by terminal C. So we add C. Follow of S becomes $sign and C. Now follow of A. Look at the production S derives AB. Here A is followed by B. So we have to add first of B. First of B is A and B. Therefore, follow of A becomes terminal A and terminal B. Follow of B. In production, S derives AB. B is the last symbol. So we add follows of S. Therefore, follow of B is $sign and C. Follow of C. Look at the production. A derives plus C. C appears at the end of production, so we add follow of A. Follow of A is A and B. Therefore, follow of C becomes A and B. Follow of D. Look at the production. B derives AD. D is at the end, so we add follow of B. Follow of B is $sign and C. Next, look at E derives star DA. Here D is followed by terminal A. So we add terminal A. Therefore, follow of D becomes $sign AC. Follow of E. Look at the production. B derives BE. E is the last symbol. So we add follows of B. Follow of B is $sign and C. Next, look at D derives plus ED. Here E is followed by terminal D. So we add D. Therefore, follow of E becomes $sign CD. Final follow sets. Follow of S is $sign C. Follow of A is AB. Follow of B is $sign C. Follow of C is AB. Follow of D is $sign AC. Follow of E is $sign CD. Now that we have both first and follow sets, we can move to the final step of constructing LL1 parsing table. LL1 parsing table construction. The LL1 parsing table helps the parser decide which production rules to use based on the current non-terminal and the next input symbol. The rows of table represents non-terminals. The column represents terminal including $sign. Rules for filling the table is for production A derives A, place the production in table A, terminal A for every A in first A. If epsilon belong to first A, then place A derives epsilon in table A of terminal B. For every B in follow A. So now let us apply these rules to construct the table. For S derives AB, first AB is equal to plus A and B. So we have S derives AB in columns plus A and B. Next production is S derive DSC. First D. So we place S derive DSC in column D. Next we fill entries for A. A derives plus C. First is plus. So we place A derives plus C in column plus. Next production A derives epsilon. Since epsilon is produced, we follow A. Follow A is A and B. We place A derives epsilon in column A and B. Next we fill entries for both B. B derives AD, place B derives AD in column A. B derives BE, place B derives BE in column of B. Next we fill entries for C. C derives star A, place C derives star A in column of star. C derives epsilon, follow C. C is equal to A and B. So place C derives epsilon in column A and B. Next, fill entries for D. D derives plus ED. Place D derives plus ED in column of plus. D derives epsilon. Follow D. Dollar sign A C. So place D derives epsilon in column dollar sign A and C. Finally, we fill entries for E. E derives star DA. Place E derives star DA in column star. E derives epsilon. Follow E dollar sign C and D. So place E derives epsilon in column dollar sign C and D. So the parsing table is complete. Using this grammar, we successfully completed three main steps of LN1 parsing. First, we calculated first sets, then we calculated follow sets, then finally we constructed the LN1 parsing table. This allows a predictable parser to choose the correct production rule using only one lookahead symbol. That is all from my side. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.